The wait for one of the biggest changes in Social Security benefits finally ended.
It's long overdue to stop all of the dialogue. And how about vote? How about put out your plan, do what the people have asked us to do? Everybody agrees that there's a crisis, that there's a need here. So what do we get elected to do? I don't know how people go home and look themselves in the mirror and understand that there is 5 million of your fellow Americans that get below poverty level checks.
That was John Larson talking about Social Security and asking the fellow senators, what have you done for Social Security? I'm going to show you this entire video clip, but look at this, as Social Security recipients are going to receive $2,831 from Social Security next week. And at the same time, things are changing very quickly for Social Security recipients. Why? Because Congressman One More, elected vice-ranking member of Ways and Means Committee, appointed to subcommittees on Social Security. I'm going to give you all these very important details and developments in this video, so make sure you stay with us till the end. And before I start the video, I would like to ask you just for a little favor to please smash the like button if you appreciate our content. So let's not wait and get straight into the details. Starting with the Biden's new Social Security law is official, but implementing it under Trump will be a challenge. And this is the thing that millions of Americans are asking, that is it really true? Well, on January 5, President Biden signed into law the Social Security Fairness Act, which will provide new and additional Social Security benefits for about 3 million individuals who receive government pensions from jobs not covered by Social Security. Though criticized by liberal, centralists, and conservatives, Social Security policy experts, the legislation was popular among elected officials and cleared the House and Senate with large bipartisan majorities. President-elect Trump also supported the legislation, and it will fall to his administration to actually make the new benefit structure a reality. This will be a challenge, partly because of the chaotic legislative process that brought the law into effect. Well, remember that Donald J. Trump promised to eliminate all taxes on Social Security. But one appointment is very shocking right now. That is the appointment of Congressman One More, elected vice-ranking member of Ways and Means Committee, appointed to subcommittees on Social Security and tax policies, work and welfare. Well, she said, I'm honored to serve in this role. I'm committed to ensuring our work uplifts working families, promotes economic justice, support current and former foster youth, and build more equitable future for all, said Congressman Moore. But the thing is, the remarks for Social Security recipients is missing. So what it means? Does it mean that she's not going to work for Social Security beneficiaries because they're already struggling and it's a topic that nobody wants to touch? Well, remember that when it comes to Social Security recipients 62 years old to receive up to $2,831 from Social Security, and I'm going to give you details on that. But first, let's watch this entire video clip from John Larson, who talked about Social Security that stunned everyone.
Congress has not done its job in over 50 years. We have not enhanced this program so that your constituents are better served. On average, every single one of our districts receives more than $200 million monthly to people that are on Social Security. It is arguably probably the best economic development plan that we have. And where do they spend that money? They spend it right back in the district. I can't help but get upset when you think about the fact that 10,000 baby boomers a day become eligible for Social Security. And they look and say, well, what's happened? Why hasn't Congress acted? We have a proposal that's out there. What Congress needs to do, it's something the public expects from us. Vote. You got a plan? We have a plan. We're happy to put our plan up for a vote. What's yours? What we hear is $1.5 trillion in cuts to Social Security. That's your idea of saving Social Security? Raising the age of Social Security recipients. The American public knows for every year you raise the age, that's a 7% cut in benefits. So The opening remarks of the chairman are that we're in dire straits. We'll see 20% plus cuts by 2033 if Congress does nothing. So your proposal is, well, let's do something. Let's make those cuts now by raising the age and cutting it 21% up front. It's long overdue to stop all of the dialogue. And how about vote? How about put out your plan, do what the people have asked us to do. Everybody agrees that there's a crisis, that there's a need here. So what do we get elected to do? I don't know how people go home and look themselves in the mirror and understand that there is 5 million of your fellow Americans that get below poverty level checks from Social Security. More than 70 million people, or close to 70 million people now, who rely on Social Security. 40% of them, it's the only benefit they have. And you, Congress, with the responsibility of changing that, do nothing. You don't vote. That's what we need more than anything else. Aside from laying out the numbers and getting the news, good and bad, then the question is, how do you solve the problem? Cutting Social Security doesn't solve the problem. It exacerbates it. You mean to tell me that things haven't changed in 53 years? Not having a COLA that works, having 5 million plus people who've paid into a system get below poverty level checks? What do you have against giving 23 million Americans a tax cut? These are the hardworking. You guys are going to work overtime to make sure that millionaires and billionaires get their tax cut. But the average working person, 23 million Americans that will get a tax cut if this Congress were to act, you don't care about.
So let me know in the comments below, what do you think about what John Larson had to say about Social Security and the current situation of Social Security recipients. Going towards the details, the next possible payment for 62-year-old will be delivered on January the 15th, means few days from now. The Social Security Administration will send money to those retirees who have filed after April 30th, 1997 and are not on supplemental security income, means the people don't receive SSI benefits and whose birthday is from 11th and the 20th of the month. One thing that you need to remember, that not all retirees who qualify for Social Security payments on January 15 will get $2,831 worth of check. It will depend on their background. Some workers may get a lower payment, but those older than 62 may get even higher checks or direct deposits. Remember, when it comes to Social Security recipients, we all know that Social Security recipients are struggling. But when it comes to this very important information, that what would happen to the Social Security Fairness Act for 3 million Social Security recipients, this is indeed right now a puzzle for millions of Americans as well as for a number of senators as well. The legislation was introduced 2 years ago by Representative Garrett Graves, but received limited attention until last fall. Circumventing the committee's structure and regular process, Graves filed a successful discharge petition September of last year to bring the bill to the floor for a vote. This was controversial among Graves' fellow Republicans, and there was even an attempt by some to table the legislation in a sparsely attended pro forma session of the House. Remember that this bill and this legislation is already passed from the Senate, from the House, and Biden already signed it. But there are talks from a number of analysts and experts that would Trump implement this bill or not. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this whole situation, because right now this is a puzzle that nobody wants to solve. Well, if you have any questions at all, then let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer each and every question of yours. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video very soon. Till then, please take care and have a nice day.